Hi, and welcome to the Lennie Lady. I'm Erica, and this is Fairy. And today we're going to talk about weird things my Lennie does. Does your Lennie sleep upside down, hop like a tiny frog, fan out its beautiful tail, or walk everywhere instead of flying? If you've ever wondered, why does my bird do that? Then you're in the right place. Today we're going to talk about all of those unique Lennie behaviors and why they do them. One of the funniest and weirdest things that Fairy especially does is sleep upside down. This can just mean that your bird is extra secure and comfortable, and it will look very different than a bird that is sick or struggling to perch than just, playfully being upside down. Lennies in the wild like to climb a lot. They hang, they walk, and they're very adept about getting around their forest environment. And I think that just translates to kind of being fun little comical monkeys. Of course, that does look very different than a sick bird. If your bird is bright, happy, cheerful, but it's just upside down all the time, then you've just got a normal Lennie. The other day I was in the kitchen cooking dinner and Fairy was out with me on her play stand, and I didn't see her for a minute, and I thought, oh my goodness, where is she? I had the refrigerator door open and I heard her, so I kind of glanced up, and she was hanging upside down from the shelf in the refrigerator, exactly where I was. It was very, very funny. And then there's the Lennie hop. Fairy has just started doing this, so unfortunately I don't have any footage of it, but she's doing it across the couch. I'm sure some of you have seen lories or quirks doing the little two-footed hop, but Lennies do this as well, and it's not present in all parrot species. Lennies move in a variety of ways depending on their excitability to get to where they're going. Sometimes they climb, or sometimes they'll hop. I think that it's a behavior that is to bridge different surfaces rather quickly. Two-foot hop, In my experience, I've only seen this as a funny, exciting behavior that some parrot species do, but not all of them. And I don't think it's when a bird is not feeling well that they'll hop. Typically when a bird's not feeling well, they'll be, lethargic. So the hop is always a fun, exciting thing, and I look forward to getting it on camera. So walking. Lennies like to walk. We have a perfectly functional bird with functional wings who will sometimes look at a destination and apparently decide to think, no, I'll walk. Lennies are known for their deliberate terrestrial and climbing movement. They have a characteristic low kind of stance, like at an angle like that. And it gives them a very different appearance than more upright parrots. They'll do this perching, resting. They'll do this in captivity in the wild. You'll often see them always at kind of that angle. This, I think, allows them to examine their environment a little more closely, and it gives them their little distinctive dinosaur appearance. Walking is a Lennie specialty, then climbing might be their superpower. I'm sure you've observed your bird climbing all over the cage bars, over toys, and in the wild they do that to navigate their branches and their forest terrestrial environment. Due to this ability of masterful climbing in our cage environment for our Lennies, we want to make sure that they have climbing ladders, swings, ropes, loops, many different opportunities for them to have fun climbing. We want our cages not to just look pretty, but to be practical based on the species needs for climbing and basically on how a Lennie moves. Really, really funny thing that the Lennies do is that they fan their tails. Let's see if I can get her to do it, probably not. So whenever I've given Fairy a new toy or introduced something new to her, she likes to fan her tail with excitement. And some birds, this could be a display of aggression, especially with other birds, a little bit of dominance. And so the rest of the bird's body language matters. In my experience with Fairy, it's just so far been an exciting thing, or if I've surprised her. So if you see your bird fanning its tail, make sure to read the whole situation. it's most likely they're just excited to be with you and not displaying a defensive nature. Read the whole bird, not just the feathers. Sleeping upside down, hopping, walking, climbing, and fanning that beautiful tail might seem like funny little quirks, but they're also part of what makes understanding our birds so much more rewarding. The more we learn to observe how our birds move and communicate, the better we become at creating an environment that allows them to feel safe, confident, and understood. And remember, never read one feather in isolation. Read the whole bird. America, this is Fairy, and you're watching the Lineolated. We believe every bird deserves a happy life.